But the bottom line comes down that, people haven't quite got the idea yet, and that's okay. So basically, what it comes down to is this. The Phoenix Network was conceived for the express purpose of promoting locals, spending locally. And the whole point of this is that what we want to do is we want to make sure that locals spend money locally. 42% of every dollar that's spent locally stays within the local economy. And so it's important to remember that we need the money here in our economy, especially now after all of this COVID stuff. We need the money in our economy so that we can actually recover from what's been going on. We've had 5 months now of this lockdown, 4 months of this lockdown, and we've had all sorts of things going on. Now we've got even more going on with the fact that just the last few days, all the governments in the state, well, not all of them, but most of them, have decided that they want to go crazy again because everything is so insane. There's so many more cases. I've been following the AZDHS, Arizona Department of Health Services website on this since we first got, well, I've been following it for as long as they've been putting it up. I just recently started tracking and keeping the data in a spreadsheet. And as of this morning, this is as of June 20th, this morning, based on the Arizona Department of Health Services website data, the deaths to cases ratio is now at 2.69%. So all of the cases that have been diagnosed from a test, 2.69% of those diagnosed cases have died. That is actually down from yesterday's deaths to cases ratio of 2.81%. So yes, there are more cases, but they've also got way more tests. In fact, they've now tested, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.54% of Arizona's total population. More cases, more tests necessarily is going to find more cases. There are more people that have been exposed to this that were never symptomatic. They were asymptomatic. They were mildly symptomatic. But we've only had a death ratio of those diagnosed cases, those tested cases, of 2.69% as of today, down from 2.81%. Now, more than that, and it's important to remember this as well, the deaths to tested ratio, not the cases, but those tested, is 0.244%. So essentially, from all of the people that they've tested, the deaths ratio from that is less than 1/4%. That's important to remember because the bottom line here is that we've got these governments all freaking out. My personal opinion is that they're more scared of the fact that you're finally catching on than they are of this disease. That 0.244%, that is also down from 0.26%, just over a quarter, yesterday, June 19th. It was 2.46%. Now it's 0.244%. Deaths to population, total population of Arizona, is 0.018%. That's basically, add 3 zeros to that, 0.0018, 0.00018. That's 18 out of every 100,000 people. That's not a reason to panic, which is why, in my opinion, the only thing they're worried about is that you're going to catch on. Now, here's what we're looking at here. The Phoenix Network was, again, created to promote locals, spending local money locally to keep the money in our economy. The Phoenix Network is sponsored by Locomotive Marketing, and Locomotive Marketing is specifically designed to help small local businesses with geofencing. And excuse me a second. I just got a text from somebody that's supposed to be on the show, and I have to tell her, yes, you do. Okay, so locomotive marketing was created specifically for the purpose of helping local small businesses with geofencing and proximity beacons, with gamified mobile coupons, with branded Wi-Fi for brick and mortar places. The bottom line is to attract as many people as you can with the geofencing, to get them a reason to come in, and to do business with you with the gamified mobile coupons. And while they're there, let them enjoy free Wi-Fi and connect with you and get to know you better. Bottom line, so that you get to know them, who they are, a little bit about them. You get to compare that data with what they like to buy. And you can categorize that by demographic so that you can actually then do targeted remarketing to people who are actually interested in the specific thing that you want to retarget them for. So, proximity beacons, geofencing, up to 300 feet around your business. That's a powerful tool. And for people who want to know more about it, I can tell you more about it. But you can actually be taking some of your competitors' business away if you can do this right. The gamified mobile coupons. I'll get into the branded Wi-Fi in a minute. The gamified mobile coupons, spin to win, scratch to win, play the slots. What's your discount going to be today? This is what the gamified mobile coupons are about. People get to play. People like to play these days. People get to play to see what kind of a discount they're going to get. And you get the benefit of the business. You get the benefit of them sharing that app with someone else and having them come in and play. And while they're there, they're communicating on your branded Wi-Fi, yours, okay? And they're voluntarily, knowingly sharing their data with you because they like the place. They want to come back. They want another deal. The branded mobile Wi-Fi, that's important too. So, Phoenix Network, putting you on live stream on YouTube to get your message out to as many people as possible. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, whether you're watching or participating, because the sooner that we get 100 subscribers to this, the better. That way we can actually have our own name on the YouTube channel instead of having to use a bit.ly code, okay? So it's important that you subscribe as well. But we're doing this right now gratis. We're not charging the small businesses for this. It's more important now for us, all of us local small business owners, and even us local consumers, to get together on this. We are in this together. The bottom line is that this is our economy. It's up to us to save it. We certainly can't count on the politicians. They're running scared from the media. The media is saying, oh my God, it's worse, it's worse, it's worse. So fine, let them be scared. We don't have to be. And I'm going to our first guest today in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello.
Hi. Can
How
you
are
hear me
you?
okay? I'm
I hear
great.
you. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, I'm still just as cute and cuddly as I ever was.
Oh, same here. I'm just peachy.
Excellent. So now you're familiar with the Phoenix Network. In fact, you've been the co-producer back when we were on radio and had arguably thousands of listeners.
Yes.
And we're doing this, all the social media and the videos separate from that. But folks, Christina is a very good friend of mine, a very dear friend. She's a friend of the community. And Christina's company is Saving Lives on the Go Training Center. Christina, welcome to the live stream of
Well,
the
thank
Phoenix Network
you.
YouTube.
I'm glad to be here today, and I want to say hello to everyone and thank you for being here to listen to different small businesses around the valley, telling about them, not only about the business, but you need to get to know the owner and learn about them. Then you can understand why they started what they did. So I'm here today to talk about saving lives on the go.
Yeah, and that's the important thing for people to understand is that this was conceived so that owners could tell their story, the story of you, the story of your small business. Because story is something that humans have been enchanted with since the caveman days. That's why there were caveman paintings. Okay, so it's important. So, Christina, again, welcome to the show. Tell us about you.
Well, I've been in the Valley in Glendale now for 7 years. I'm from Gary, Indiana. I was born and raised there. I came back and forth to Phoenix, Arizona to visit grandma since I was in the fifth grade. So I was very familiar of the heat. Some people always ask, well, why did you come to this insane heat? Well, it was nothing new to me. I was here every year, faithfully in the summer because that's when school was out. I have two beautiful daughters, 27 and 20. I started Saving Lives on the Go back in 2014. I moved here in 2013. So a year after being here, I started Saving Lives on the Go to teach CPR, first aid, DCW, and that's direct care worker for the state. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I also do fingerprint, notary, and drug screens. And my CPR entails basic first aid, CPR, AED training, also pediatric. Pediatric is more so for people that actually work with children, so childcare centers, pediatrics in the hospital or something like that. Then I have BLS for the healthcare provider. Fingerprinting is very big out here in Arizona. If you're dealing anything with the elderly or with children, you're going to need that fingerprint clearance card. And it's not just for adult and children working with them, but a lot of people out here in Arizona, a lot of employers require that in order to have employment with them. And that card is good for 6 years. I also do drug screening. So if you're out there partying, you smoke a little Jane, I got you. I can take your test for you. So yeah, I do a lot at Saving Lives on the Go.
Is that encouragement?
No, that is not encouragement because you can lose your job. So do not. That
Well,
is
see,
not
that's kind of
encouragement.
why I was asking. It's like, if you just been doing that, you might not want the test for now.
Yes. But if you're on the job and your job requires you to get one because you wrecked the vehicle or the golf cart or something, driving around, doing security, whatever the case may be, and you need a
That's exactly
test,
the point, isn't it? To
you
protect you.
come to me. And right
Excellent.
now, the office is based out in Fountain Hills. But I do travel, so I come to you as well.
In fact, weren't you considering doing the first part of it online or on video?
With the COVID-19 and everything going on right now, some people are not comfortable with being in person, face to face. But unfortunately, with CPR in the state of Arizona, we have to meet in person. I do require that you wear a face mask, and I will wear one as well. But I do offer the online portion where you could take the test and everything online, and I can come in for the brief hour and do the hands-on with you. It's called a blended class because
Okay.
I blend the online and then I come in person. But you have
So it's
to
actually
have
just
the in
doing the
person,
test online.
the test and all the reading, yes, online.
Okay. And then you can get together, they can come to you, you can go to them, and
Correct.
they can then do the hands-on because that's required to be done under state law.
Yes.
Okay. So now tell us about getting Saving Lives on the Go started.
I started saving lives on the go. Well, I actually was a CPR instructor back home with my cousin in Indiana. He needed help. I was kind of against it. I really didn't want to do it, but he said, "I paid for the class already. You got no choice. You're going." Once I started, I enjoy I enjoyed it, but then my aunt became ill, and I had to take care of her. So I became her caregiver. And just from teaching CPR and opened my eyes on how important it was. Back home in Indiana, Gary, there's not a lot of swimming pools. It's just not. You might find a few here and there. And when I say here and there, I really mean here and there. Um, when you hear CPR, you kind of associate, oh, somebody's drowning, or you might need it to save a kid or something like that. I didn't really think about the aspect of the heart attacks, strokes,
Oh, yeah.
someone choking. I never really thought about
It's the
that.
big one, Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's the big one. So that opened my eyes when I had to care for my now deceased aunt. And no, I was not taking care of her at the time. So no, don't go there. So she passed in a rehab facility peacefully and quietly during a nap.
Well, that's encouraging for you, at least. But
Yes. So
you didn't
and
have to deal with it either with a family member, which is even better.
right. But my daughter, my 20-year-old, she was a sickly child. I had a set of twins at 6 months. And she was only 2 pounds, 2 ounces at birth, and her sister passed away. But she was a very sickly child coming home. So I had to learn a lot of different skill sets as well when I had to care for her when she was a child.
Okay. But even back in the beginning, back at that point, CPR wasn't your primary business, was it?
It was not, I owned a daycare actually back home, and I was a school teacher and a
Okay.
part time
School teacher.
professor.
Ooh, teacher, teacher. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
I'm not going there. But then you came out here, and this wasn't your, you didn't start Saving Lives on the Go training center right away, as I recall.
No, I started it after being here for a year. I worked for a home care agency, and I was there for a while. And we always would have to look for someone to teach our staff. So I was like, opportunity knocks. And I opened that door. And luckily, there was a suite in the next building over. I signed a lease for that suite, and that's how Saving Lives on the Go started. I
So you just
took
decided to jump
opportunity.
for it.
I just took that leap, took a leap of faith.
You
Hush,
know, sometimes you
hush.
have to. That's the way it is. So, how much have you enjoyed entrepreneurship over the years?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I even have two other companies, so I love it.
Did you want to tell us a little bit about them, or do that on a different broadcast?
We can do that on a different broadcast. I can tell you the names, but we won't go in total detail. And remember, I mentioned that I do DCW, which is direct care worker. I do that because of Afia Home Care. That's the second business I started a year later. I send in caregivers to care for loved ones that need daily care.
So,
So,
this is home care,
yes, non
okay?
medical home care. So, I
Right? Not
train my
medical.
own staff.
Okay.
So, that's where the DCW comes in. So, I don't have to
So
send them out to
basically,
another agency.
basically, is it kind of like home assisted living?
Yeah, but in your own private home. And now you don't
Yeah,
have to
that's
go
what I
to
mean.
a
You're
facility.
at home, and you've got a helper to come in.
Correct. Caregiver, DCW, whatever you want to call them.
And that's direct care work.
Correct.
It's
And the
important
third
for people
business,
to
oh, go
understand
ahead.
the acronym.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
It's important for people to understand what these terms are, like DCW.
Yes, direct care worker.
Yeah. I mean, in Arizona, it's easy for people to understand what CCW is, but DCW is a whole different, whole different matter.
Oh, only you, always just you. Anyhow, I also have CBE events, and the C is for Christina, the B is for Bob, and the E is for events. And we do a lot of corporate events. We'll dab in the weddings, yes, we will. Birthday parties, anniversaries, but we concentrate more on corporate events.
So you're pretty much a business mogul then.
Yes, I am.
Cool. That's very cool.
And then you
Because
have me
bottom
as
line,
the co-producer, so I do that as well.
that is correct. I do. You have been with me right from the beginning. You were a guest on the very first radio broadcast that we did with the on location video, and you were on that very first show, and then from then on, you just kind of decided you were going to help me get this rolling because you had the same mission I had
This
to
is
help
true.
promote local business to locals to keep local money local. And by the way, I don't know if you caught this earlier or not, but I've recently learned that it's no longer 30 cents per dollar that stays in the local economy. It's now 42 cents per dollar.
Ah,
So more important than ever, especially with what's going on, that we keep as much local money local as possible because they really don't need it in New York. And even if they do, we need it more.
this
They
is
really
true.
don't need it in LA. We need it more. So it's important to keep the local money local. Now, you also mentioned, I believe it was ATS.
ATS. Did you say? Is that what you said?
Yeah. What were the different designations that you said? There was DCW, BLS.
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 That's
Okay.
for the healthcare provider.
All right.
So if
So
you're a
for any
nurse,
healthcare
a
providers that might hear this or see this,
doctors, hmm,
for any healthcare providers that might see or hear this, they already know they have to get recertified from time to time, correct?
every 2 years, and some companies want them to do it every year, but it's really every 2 years. And BLS is basic life support for the healthcare provider.
Okay. And you said you also do pediatric.
Yes, and that's more
Oh,
geared for childcare centers.
okay.
Because I put more emphasis on how to actually care for that child in scenarios on what's going on in a facility, a child care facility.
That's important because if something happens to a kid, if they start choking or something, they start having a problem while they're in daycare, it's important for those people to know how to take care of that or how to deal with that, isn't it?
This is true. Also with a lot of playground incidents, a child get their arm trapped in a monkey bar or something and break their wrist or something, or get hit with a ball and a tooth comes out, or their fingers are stuck in the door and the door get closed on their fingers. So they need to know how to properly care for that.
And you can train them on all
Yes, I do.
that. Excellent.
I
Now,
also do
didn't you go ahead,
babysitter classes.
say that again?
I also do babysitting classes to properly know how to
Babysitting.
babysit someone.
Okay. Well, for people that can't tell by looking at us, I'm a little older than you, so you're going to have to explain babysitting classes to me.
So say Raquel goes over her cousin and the mommy and daddy wants to go out for dinner. They need a babysitter. So she would go over and take care of the children. And some young females and some males, early as the age of 12, can babysit. So I train them properly on how to take care of someone's child.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm still a little fuzzy on the classes because, well, of course, I grew up the youngest of my siblings, but my first nephew was born when I was two. So I sort of grew up with younger ones coming along. And so babysitting was just like, here's what you do. Baby needs changing, you change him. Baby needs
Yes.
feeding, feed them.
But in the
Otherwise, put
instance, what if there's no brother or sister or no nieces? It's a new parents and they need to go get a break and get out. They need someone to take care of that child.
that's true. I get that. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, you once mentioned that you do pet CPR.
I do. I have not yet completed a class. I've done a class privately on my own to know how to take care of my little girl. And but personally no one has taken a class with me for that. That would be exciting. So I need to advertise that more.
Yeah, well, otherwise people could find it rough.
That's because some people, their pets are their children. That's their little ones. That's their heart.
Yeah, they are, and that's a whole
Hush.
different another time. Yeah, I know. You do. See, I said I wasn't going to say it, and I'm not. But so, tell people how to find you.
You can call me at 480 707 7916. Again, that's 480 707 7916. You can also email me at saving lives, and that's lives, the letter T as in Tom, C as in Charlie, at gmail.com. You can also find me on my website, which is savinglivesonthego.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the same, Saving Lives on the Go. I think that's all the social media. I'm on Pinterest as well.
Okay, as Saving Lives on the Go.
Yes.
Okay,
Everything
so
is Saving Lives on the Go for social media.
so Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And the number again is 480.
707 7916.
Okay. Well, since we don't have anybody else in the green room yet, and I don't have to shove you off to talk to somebody else, have you got a few more minutes?
I have a few more.
Okay. We have not discussed this, folks. I'm venturing into uncharted territory here.
Uh oh.
You know how
Uh
I am.
oh.
Giddy up. What is your take on these most recent declarations about masks?
Does that answer your question? I'm going to put it on. Whoo! I put one on yesterday and I couldn't breathe. I thought I was dying in that mask. I really thought I was. I thought they were going to call 911. I would go around the corner where there was no one there and pull it down and breathe and attempt to put it back. But I understand some people feel comfortable with it. So I try to accommodate that by showing up with the mask. First, I will go to the door like this because I don't want them to think, oh, she's robbing me, female. And I'm not going to go there. I had almost said something, but I'll be good. So I always introduce myself 6 feet away as I am, and then I will put my mask on. Um,
If they
if
want
there's
you to.
no, correct, if there's no filter in this mask and it's just a piece of thin material like this dress here, it's no purpose. What's the purpose? It's coming right through the mask. Stop fooling yourself.
Well, even worse than that, according to a number of authorities, and I follow up on all the arguments so that I can actually know what I'm talking about, what a concept. There are a number of people that specifically point out that the mask actually is a bigger problem than it is a protection because of the way it impedes breathing. Like you said, I can't breathe. And the reason I asked, I've downloaded the proclamation, declaration for Phoenix, for Scottsdale. I've got the Maricopa County one. I've
Mm-hmm.
got the Falcons one. I'm going after Mesa because I was specifically asked for it. I was telling people on Facebook last night, I've got these If you want a copy, email me. I'll send it to you. Just let me know if you want it highlighted or not, because I highlighted it and kept it as a separate file. There are in each one of these things religious exceptions. There are health exceptions. So someone who's already got it, I mean, for example, myself, I'm a 50 plus year smoker. I don't need anything on my face to keep me from breathing. I really don't. I've also got 2 stents. I don't need my heart rate going up because I'm having to breathe harder. I'm told from time to time that my blood pressure could be lower. I don't need my blood pressure going up because I'm trying to breathe hard through something that's really not going to help me at all. So there are health exceptions to this. There are religious exceptions. In fact, I was just looking up today, somebody was challenging somebody else on Facebook earlier about, being a Christian and doing the Christian thing and wearing the mask. So I pointed out to them 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18, where we unveil our face to take glory in the Lord, and the Lord takes glory in us.
Yes.
So go ahead and say you're a Christian. Then put on the mask. I'm going to leave it to God where you go. It's not my job.
It's never
But
our
anyway,
job. That's that person's cross to carry, whatever the case may be.
as I put it, as I say, because I told you about this. I think I even showed you, but you've probably seen it anyway. I download the data from the DHS website, Arizona Department of Health Services website, every day, and I've been doing that for a while. But a couple of weeks ago, back on June 8th, I started keeping the data that I had pulled down into the spreadsheet so that I could compare it to the next day and the next day.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, I mentioned this at the top of the hour, based on their website, AZDHS, as of this morning, June 20th, the deaths to cases ratio is 2.69%. Now that's the ratio of how many people have been diagnosed as opposed to how many people have died from it. Okay. The point is that that's down from 2.81% just yesterday, June 19th. My own personal opinion is that the politicians are just freaking out trying to cover themselves because they're terrified of the media. The deaths to tested ratio is 0.244%, and that's down from 0.246% yesterday. And the deaths to our total population in Arizona is 0.018%.
I think I've seen that post. Yes. So, guys, get on Facebook and go to the Phoenix Network. He's posted all of this.
You actually have to go to my profile now, Eugene Kernan, since the Phoenix Network page on Facebook has been apparently, let's put it this way, apparently they don't like not paying them for click farm likes. That's the only thing I
So,
can think of.
is
That the
the
Phoenix
page
Network,
back up?
not that I know of. Do you see it?
I can't remember. They did me the same way. I can't get into my 10-year-old account because they have shut it down. For what reason? I don't know.
Which is why, folks, it's even more important to be on multiple platforms and to connect with others as many ways as you can. For example, through this show, through me, through Christina, maybe. I'm sure if somebody contacts Christina about, hey, I need somebody to do something, Christina probably knows somebody that'll do it. I probably know somebody that'll do it. So we'd be more than happy to help.
So to find me on Facebook, my my more professional personal page is Christina L. Lewis, because my 10-year-old account that they decided to disable and not send me a code to re-able and won't even let me do it online. Oh, go figure, Facebook. So now you're holding up my business accounts, which is not cool at all. So there's something else there going on, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And you got to kind of wonder about stuff like that, don't you?
Oh, yes.
The bottom line is that they have been censoring people for a while. And some people get upset because they're censoring conservatives. Other people say, no, they're censoring liberals too. It really doesn't matter whether it's just conservatives or just liberals or both, because if they're going to be a platform, then they need to be a platform and not a publisher and not decide what gets put on the page. I
And but
understand
the
you need to go
killing
search.
thing is, I don't have anything on my page. I'm pretty much vanilla. I do nothing. So I'm trying to figure out really what's going on. And I cannot definitely say, oh, it's because of your cigars. I am a CRT, a certified retail tobacconist. There are several tobacco companies on Facebook. So why am I being disabled because of that? There's people drinking on Facebook. There's people showing liquor on Facebook, but yet the girl who does nothing, don't post anything really, but besides that grandma passed away. Come on now.
I can't really see, well, I can't see what the Phoenix Network page did to get unpublished. And
Do
again,
you think it's because it's tied to my account as well? But no, that's not
actually,
true.
I was concerned that your being an admin on that page was what happened to you.
But that can't be true because if you go to Facebook and look up Saving Lives on the Go and Afia Home Care, my pages are still there.
So it's strictly personal.
Yes.
Who did you
I
make mad?
I just can't get in there to make changes or edit or add anything to my pages because of, me being the admin and owner of those pages. I didn't do anything to anybody
True,
yet.
because yesterday I can see your page. I can still see your Christina page.
Well, now you can't even see that.
I'm not sure. I can go look, but that's not something we want to do here on the show live.
No, no,
But
you don't.
last time I looked, I could pull up Christina Lewis, and I saw your profile, but
Well,
you can't get into it.
it'll get straightened out hopefully, because I'm going to go to all my other social medias and put Facebook on blast.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to suggest. Is that that's what I'm going to do. I've been a little bit busy. It happened just yesterday afternoon, and I've
Yes,
been
that's when
trying to
mine
get things
happened as
together
well.
and didn't get all the bells and whistles in place that I wanted to have on this particular, you know,
Now,
liftoff live
I'm going
stream.
to bring up a suggestion, Gene.
Uh-oh.
Now, I know we broadcast at 3 p.m. always on a Saturday because that's the train of thought. That's what you like.
That
But
was the
by
tradition.
correct. But let's try to adventure to get more listeners and maybe do multiple shows at different times to see who we get the most viewers.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt to try because,
It
hey, we
occurs
have a lot to tell.
it occurs to me that there is one thing that happened yesterday that might have affected, I don't know how, that might have affected the Phoenix Networks page. I was going to set up to have this platform that I'm on live stream to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Hmm.
But when they were telling me all of the permissions that they wanted in order to get into the Facebook account, one of them being running ads, I interpreted that as running ads for me. And I've run ads on Facebook. I'm not happy with Facebook ads. I think they're a waste of money. I know people, and I have people who have evidence and can provide evidence that a lot of the, oh, I got so many likes, I got thousands of likes. They're coming from Africa, they're coming from India, they're coming from South America. They're not coming from local, they're flick farms. But you get charged for them just like they are local.
Well, we
So
definitely
I'm
don't
not
want that.
happy. So I told this platform, nope, never mind, not doing it. And it was within an hour, about an hour after that, that my Facebook Phoenix Network page went down.
Sorry, guys, I had a crook right here, a little pain, so I had to adjust the neck because the tension from them screwing up my page and my business account put a little pain right there in my neck.
That, that's called a stroke.
That's not a stroke, creep. I know the signs of a stroke.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one of them.
I do too. I do too.
But my
Well,
face is not drooping.
remember for a while we talked about whether or not I had one, didn't we?
Yes, we did. But this we're not gonna touch that. But guys, I'm gonna have to go.
Darling, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. One more time, website, social media, phone number.
All right. I'm gonna be backwards. Phone number 480-707-7916. Website saving SAVINGLIVES on thego.com. So savinglivesonthego.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. All of my businesses are there. What else did
As
you need
saving
from
lives,
me? Guys,
they're all
hit me up. Contact
they're
me.
all saving
Text me.
lives on the go, right?
Call me. Yes, all saving lives on the go.
Christina, God bless you. Have a great day. Breathe.
I'm going to breathe.
Love you,
Can't breathe
darling.
with a face mask on. I should have had my face mask so I could show you guys what I'll be suffering with. Wait, matter of fact,
Well,
wait, don't go. Wait, hold on.
this is going to be fun.
Guys, this is what I deal with. Look at this. I'm cute and all, but I can't breathe. Just can't. Do you
And
see
you
this?
know that's not a good slogan for anybody these days.
It's definitely not a good slogan. We're not going to touch that right now.
Not right now.
Different
Darling, I
topic.
love you. You're great. You're a dear friend to me and the community. You provide valuable services, even fingerprinting, in addition to the valuable services. I saw that.
I was doing the fingerprinting.
Say bye bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Don't forget to give me a call for that class. Don't get put off the schedule. Talk to you
There
guys
you go.
later. Bye.
Bye. And so we're back to just me. I know. It'd be nicer if we had more people actually coming on the show, but we don't, so there it is. Hopefully next week we'll have more people, more business owners that want to get on the show. We will have more listeners. We're going to build this. As I said, this is our economy. It's up to us to fix this. We made a mistake 10, 11, 12 years ago when we relied upon officials to fix that one for us. And you know what happened then. We can't do that again. We have to fix this. It's up to us. It's up to local businesses that have survived over the last 4 or 5 months to let people know they've survived, that they're still there, what their story is, how they're planning to strive to survive in the future and thrive. As locals, we have to find out where those people are to replace the people that weren't able, to replace the businesses that weren't able to survive this. A lot of businesses didn't make it through this. We have to we have to find those places that did so that we can still get everything we want reasonably close to where we want it and when we want it from the businesses that did survive. Local money spent local to support our local economy because we can't help any other economy until we've got ours back. I'm going to end a little bit early today because we don't have anybody else to talk to, and I know you don't want to listen to me anymore because I can ramble on. God bless y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And